Hello, everybody. So I'm going to make a card today, and yes, it's a Christmas card, and I know it's not even June. However, a lot of these stamp sets are going to be retiring. Fun Stamper Journey is retiring them before their new book comes out in the summer, and a lot of that's seasonal stuff. And I wanted to show you how cute this could be, and really getting ahead of my Christmas cards is not a bad idea. So this set's called Snow Buddy, and it's 30% off. You can buy the bundle with, because it has a die that goes with it, 30% off. There's a bunch, and I'll leave a link to my shopping site if you want to go there and check out what's on sale. There's also a clearance area where things are 50% off, and these are all as while supplies last. So don't hesitate if this is one you want. And like I said, it comes with a die set. So I already stamped and cut this little guy out because I wanted to do him in some Copics. And I'm not ever going to do a process video on how I color things with Copics because A, I'm not the Copic expert, and I'd like to take a class myself and get better at it. And B, I do it for fun. And I'm afraid if I started doing Copics on camera, I would get all paranoid about how it looks and what colors I choose. And I love to do it. So let's keep it that way. Okay, so first of all, I've got pieces cut already. I have my um, card, my envelope, my card base, and it is a regular 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base. The front is. And I have cut a piece that is 3 3/4 by 5. And it's going to be layered on there. And I'm going to be using pigment ink. So I'm going to do this first so it has time to dry while I do the rest of my card. Pigment ink is very sticky, as you all probably know. And yes, I want to let it dry. I don't want to end up smearing it. And this is just kind of random. I'm not really worried about the placement of all of these. And some stuff's going to go on top of this, so I'm not even really worried if they're exact, you know. Of course, I want to get a decent impression, but pigment ink is very, very wet. And which is why I don't work with it very often unless I'm heat embossing. Of course, you want to use it when you're heat embossing. But otherwise, I don't use it a whole lot because it's just not my favorite how messy it is. Okay, so I think that's good. I'm going to set that aside. And we are going to clean these off because we're going to be using them in a different color on a different section of the card. Now, again, pigment ink is messy. So we're going to be using a scrubber, stamp scrubber, to get the rest of this off. And this is one I have from when I used to sew close to my heart, but I know there are all sorts of, Michael's even has some. This one I like because it's little, compact, goes in my hand, and so it's easy to use. But I know they have some that are really big, so if you've got the really big stamps, that's always nice to have. See, you can look at how the pigment ink is just a nightmare to get off, which is why I don't like it. Don't use it very often. Okay, there's that. And let's get this one cleaned off. Best that I can. And I may stamp it off a little bit too before I use these again. Okay, let's close up this pigment ink and get it out of the way. Okay, so another layer I'm going to do, I'm going to take this Huckleberry Fusion, which is the color paper that I have here, which I really like. And I'm going to take the ink, as it matches, and I'm going to stamp some of these snowflakes in the Huckleberry Fusion on this base of this card. So, and in order to do that without getting any on the back or making a mess, I am going to take this Post-it note tape, and I'm going to tape it down right there. And I apologize if this video, now I'm going to do it a little higher up so you can actually see it. How about that? There we go. And I apologize if this ends up being kind of long, but I want you to see the whole process. Okay, so this I'm kind of making a background piece. So I'm just going to, like I did before, kind of randomly stamp, but I'm going to do a few more than what I did because this is just going to kind of show behind that blue piece. So let's do that. Oh boy, that's okay. You see how I didn't get that? It's okay because I'm covering most of this up. So don't need to have a total panic moment or start over as I would do if this was what was going to show mainly. But it's not. Okay. I think that's good. I think I'm going to leave it like that. And we're going to pick this up, clean up this a little bit, and take my paper towel, dry it, put these aside. Okay. Now I think I'll work on the inside. You see how that looks nice when you tape that? So it's got that, that edge to it. You didn't go over. Okay. So on the inside, I've cut some pieces that I'm going to put one right there. Oh, and I've smudged some ink in here. Okay, you know what I'm going to do so that that ink does not show or look bad? I'm going to do a couple of these random couple of them up here so you'll be able to see them. Yeah, I think I'll do that so that I'm not starting over on my card again. And then I'm going to have this piece go here. And this piece is going to go here, and I'm going to stamp on it. So I think I'm going to do the stamping on this this white piece first, so that if I make a mistake, I can just cut another white piece and we move on. So I'm going to do that right here, and then I'm going to do one of the sentiments from this stamp set. And let me see. I think I'm going to do "Miss You Snow Much." That's a really cute sentiment. And I pulled this block out. And let's see how this looks. Stamp it off a little bit. I haven't used it before. I haven't tried this one. There you go. "Miss you snow much." Cute. Okay. So I'm going to put this on top of this and then adhere it inside the card. And I've got my Teresa Collins out. Are you a messy crafter like I am? I'm constantly leaving the lid off inks, and that is just not a good idea when you are crafting. Okay, so this is just about 1/4 of an inch all the way around, different. So this big piece I cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and then the smaller piece on the inside is 3 3/4 by 5. So I just came in 1/4 of an inch on each one. Okay, and I'm going to do that there. And there you go. So that is my inside of the card and where I'm going to sign it. Turned out cute. Okay, so I need to stamp the sentiment for the front. And I've used "Miss You Snow Much." So I think I'm going to do "Baby It's Cold Outside" to go on the front. So let's clean this one off a little bit and move on. A really little bit, apparently. So before, I usually use these baby wipes when I'm doing a quick clean, and then before I put my stamps away completely, I will take and spray them down with the spray cleaner and wipe them off really well. Scrub them, make sure they're really clean. Okay, let's see. Do that again, see if I get a crisper image. Sometimes when you have new stamps, and that's especially true of the clear acrylic ones, not as much these rubber ones, it is a good idea to clean them off before you use them. And I didn't do that with any of this. So I'm going to quickly cut around this guy, this little sentiment, and because I don't want him really large. Okay, I wanted to show you with this slicer that I got from Fun Stamper's Journey, what I'm loving about it is it's got this grid all the way up. So once I figure out where I want to cut it, I can make sure that it's lined up in that groove all the way up. I hope you can see that grid. Okay, so I'm going to pick another spot all the way around there. And then I'm going to cut it down a little bit. I don't think I need it quite this big to go on the front of the card. And again, I don't know what, I'm not doing this a certain size. I am just cutting a rectangle around the words to where maybe a little bit off this side. And getting it ready to go on the card. There we go. And I will probably pop it up. So let's see how dry this is. Oh, pretty good. Okay, so we are going to put this down here, and I am going to, let's see, I think we're going to do it like this. And I'm going to pop this up with some pop dots. And let's see, here's my medium. Use those, I believe. And let's put there, there. And take the backs off. Sure I wasn't smearing that, and I'm not, yay. Though I've got white pigment ink on my fingers. So that's something you want to be careful about so you don't get white pigment ink on everything. Okay, so we're going to stick him down, try to get him as centered as possible. I don't know why it's a him. I don't know. Okay, and then where's my guy? I put him aside and I lost him. You all probably know exactly where I put him because you've been watching this video, but I don't know what I did with him. Here we go. There he is. And I'm not sure. Am I going to put him over here? Am I going to put him over here? I have a little white mess up right there. I could put him there and then you wouldn't even know I messed up. That's the great thing about doing art, doing cards, card making, whatever you're doing. I plan on putting him over here, but I'm going to do him over there. So let me get some more pop dots, or foam dots, sorry, foam squares. And we're going to just put them all over the back of him. And I'm going to put him right here. Prop him up a little bit. And this baby, it's cold outside. I think I'm going to do it like that. And just put it down with the tape runner. I don't think I need to pop it up. And that's basically it. That's the end of our card. I think it turned out really cute. Simple, but the stamp set is gorgeous. I'm loving the snowflakes. I like the little guy. He's so cute. So anyway, again, I will link below to my shopping site if you'd like this stamp set. It's adorable. There's also some Easter and Halloween and just all sorts of things that are going to be on sale right now. And it's through the end of June. So if you don't see this video until a couple weeks later, the sale is still ongoing. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and happy crafting.